We are tracking election results in Washington state and across the country. Good morning. I'm Mimi John.
And I'm Jake Wittenberg. The biggest state race will determine the next governor. Democrat Attorney General Bob Ferguson against Republican Congressman and former King County Sheriff Dave Reichert. Here are the results. King 5 has called the race for Bob Ferguson. Ferguson with 56% of the vote to the 44% for Reichert. The latest numbers include 58% of the vote count this morning, but the margin large enough that the race has been called. This morning we have team coverage on reaction from both sides.
We'll begin with King 5's Natalie Swaby at the Seattle Convention Center, where Ferguson and his supporters gathered.
In this room, Washington state Democrats spent election night celebrating Bob Ferguson, and Ferguson told the crowd that he wanted to thank his thousands of supporters and volunteers who helped make victory possible. Now, Ferguson says his campaign won by building a massive grassroots coalition. He says they traveled across the state to 39 counties and heard people's concerns. He says those conversations will guide him as governor. Ferguson also said that the state will make progress on the most critical issues, from housing affordability to public safety, and from economic development to the ferry system. This has been such a big race in Washington, with voters electing the first new governor in 12 years. Ferguson, who's been the state attorney general since 2013, says he's ready for the job.
As your attorney general with a fantastic team, we fought for you every single day. We did not pull our punches. And as your governor, I will center you, each and every one of you, red counties, blue counties, Republicans, Democrats, independents. You are top of my mind. I'm thinking of you, will advocate for you, will make Washington even a greater state than it is today. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's go get them. Thanks, everybody.
Ferguson thanked his opponent, Dave Reichert, for a hard-fought campaign, and he said in the coming weeks he will make an announcement about the team he's building to lead Washington into 2025 and beyond. In Seattle, Natalie Swaby, King 5 News.
Now we go to Bellevue, where Republican Dave Reichert and his supporters watch the results come in.
As King 5's Drew Mickelson shows us, Reichert is not giving up hope until all of the votes are counted.
Republicans here at the Bellevue Hyatt had a lot to celebrate nationally, not so much in the state of Washington, at least based on the early results. But Dave Reichert is not giving up hope. He knows the Associated Press declared Bob Ferguson the winner. He knows that Bob Ferguson declared himself the winner. But he says there are hundreds of thousands of uncounted votes, so he will not concede. Now, he's not challenging the results. He just wants to honor every voter who filled out a ballot. Win or lose, he wants Republicans to keep fighting in this state.
I heard that all across the state as I met with people. If you don't win, I'm leaving. And so my plea tonight is, look, if we do lose, don't leave. We have to stay and fight for our children, for our homes, for our businesses.
Republicans have not won the governor's race in the state of Washington since election night of 1980. That was a streak they hoped to end this year, but at this point that does not look likely. In Bellevue, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.
For the very latest up-to-the-minute results on local and nationwide races in this all-important election, you can text the word RESULT to us to 206-448-4545. We'll send you a link.